welcome to my Thursday 1 o'clock live. And I'm really excited about today's live because it's one that I really see all of the time. That one of the biggest problems that my clients actually have and come to me is this lack of self-belief and low self-esteem. So I'm really excited to be doing this one. And if you can watch right through to the end, I've then got a really great deep meditation for boosting your self-belief. So it's one of those that you can actually watch it. Hi Anton, I'm glad you found me. Drop a hey in the comments if you're here live, and just put a hashtag replay if you're catching up later, just so that I can see who's coming in later on. So, like I said, this one is one that comes up so often about lacking your belief in yourself, and it results then in us feeling scared and anxious. Hi Anton. And almost feeling that powerless to change anything within ourselves. We almost become obsessed with becoming perfect or being perfect, or being a people pleaser, or finding yourself being overly sensitive. And actually what we then find is we're really frustrated with ourselves, particularly as we then start doubting that we've got something to bring to the table. And deep down that that you can achieve so much more. So you get really frustrated with yourself. And then we've got that inner critic inside our head, with that self-doubt that is constantly telling us that we're not good enough. Now, it's perfectly normal, isn't it, to lack some confidence in situations where you're outside of your comfort zone, or question your abilities when you're faced with a new task. But it's when that low self-esteem is kind of there all the time that you start struggling to move forward, and struggle to it affects your life. So you struggle to move forward in your life and your business. It can literally stop you in your tracks. So I've got some common thoughts around poor self-belief and low self-esteem and what they can lead to. And then I've got some tips to actually bust it as well. So hope you enjoyed this. I'm really excited about this one because it's one I see all the time, and it's one that actually you have to work on. You find people that even when they have been doing some stuff for years and years, it's self-belief that comes up the most for those as well. So the first one I'm going to look at is when you're obsessed with being perfect. And this is the one. Perfectionism is one of the most destructive parts of kind of aspects of low self-esteem. And it's this where you are almost living in that constant sense of failure, because no matter what you do, you don't ever feel good enough. And so to combat this one, the first bit is to make sure that you're actually setting realistic expectations for yourself. I want you to set yourself up to win, basically, because what we find is that actually too many people are kind of discouraged about their abilities because they set the goals so high to achieve in the first place. You're literally overwhelming yourself with tasks, and then you actually don't achieve anything. So start by setting yourself some really small goals that you can win easily. And then once you've built up that kind of those successes of that, then you can, you're starting to feel good about yourself. Then you can actually start on adding more and more harder goals to you. And make sure you keep a list of your achievements. It's so easy to forget where you've come from and how far you've come. So always keep a note of those, no matter how big, no matter how small they are. So keep doing that. The other key thing is progress over perfectionism. Taking action is the most important thing to do. Hi Lisa, oh, so lovely to see you here. I'm missing you guys. This is, we're all still in this lockdown, aren't we? And I'm missing you guys. So also recognise that there's no failure, there's only learnings. So it's better to actually start something and tweak it rather than not starting at all. So, and remember as well, if it doesn't work out first time, fine, just do it again and just keep practicing it, but because there's a huge difference between kind of failing at something that you do and then being a failure as a person. So be kind to yourself. Don't confuse the two there, because actually there isn't any failure anyway. It's just an opportunity to learn. And then the next one on the perfectionism is stop sweating over the kind of the small stuff. Again, with perfectionists, you tend to, and I know that there's something that I really still have to work on. You tend to nitpick at the insignificant things. So you've got to remember the bigger picture and take pride in that too. The other one that we're going to look at today with self-belief, one of the other effects of having a low self-belief or low self-esteem is that you've got this thought that you personally haven't got anything to bring to the table. So we can all doubt in ourselves, can't we, in certain areas of our lives. But it's when you've got that deep-seated kind of worthlessness from believing that you are not as valuable as others that it becomes a problem. And if it sounds familiar at all, it's important that feeling worthy bit, it's not something that's given to you. I can't give you worthiness. It's something that you've got to build yourself. It's got to come from within. So first of all, accept that we've all got our own unique talents. We've got to take pride in and in these and believe that we are worthy people. There's so much stuff out there at the moment, isn't there? And there's so many people doing the same things. Just remember that you've got your own unique style, and people will love the way that you present it, no matter if there's loads and loads of it out there. So, if you think to yourself, well, I can't do that because, so-and-so is already doing it and they're far better than me. There'll be so many people that don't like their way, their style, and yet will love you, will have resonate with you. So remember that we've all got our own unique talents. So stop thinking others are better than you. You really have got, can admire other people's traits, and it's great to do that. And particularly when, they've been doing it a while and you can aspire to be them, but just don't do it at the expense of your own. And be aware that we teach others how we treat ourselves. So practice projecting yourself as somebody whose opinions are just as valid as other people's. And then your own self-worth will rise. Hi Hilary, lovely to see you here. Is any of this that I'm saying so far, is any of this resonating with any of you? Can you kind of see where, this may play out for you? Just drop me a note in the comments if it does. One of the other areas that I see with people that have got a lack of self-belief is that they can become oversensitive. Maybe you get angered by criticism, or you literally feel completely demolished by any comment that's directed at you, and you take it all personally. Now, actually, one of the functions of our mind is to take things personally. So we need to be aware of that. We need to almost desensitize ourselves, because it's a natural reaction for us to do that. So as soon as we're aware that actually it's something that we naturally do, we can actually back ourselves away of it and not take it so personally. And really listen to what's been said. This way you can evaluate whether the comment that they're actually saying is true or not before you decide how you feel about it. And also stand up for yourself. If it's really unfair what they're actually saying, then, actually say that you disagree and do that. But also I want you to be kind of proactive about it. Again, if there's any truth in anything that someone says, just learn from that rather than kind of defending it. Just look at it and kind of see if there's anything you can pull out of it rather than beating yourself up about it. And then the last one on that is move on. If you are replaying their comments over and over, what they've said that's upset you, and you are replaying it over and over, it anchors it to your memory. And you will keep going back to it. And then again, the way that our mind works, we will seek the evidence to support our beliefs. So, you will keep on replaying that one rather than, you actually on anything else, than anything else. Hilary, oh, okay. Hi, Hilary. I'll pick up on that after. Okay, so the next one that I've got, another sort of trait, if you like, of lack of self-belief is feeling anxious and fearful. And again there, when you are feeling like that, this is where you feel powerless to change anything in your mind. So I want you to think about discriminating between genuine fears and unfounded ones. Challenge your anxieties with the facts. So for instance there, you might feel that in fact it's a client that I've had recently, just felt that it was pointless for her to actually go for a promotion because she just didn't think she would get it. So she just didn't even think there was any point in applying for it. So you have to question that fact there, how true is that statement? And look at the evidence. Chris, I struggle with this personally in your relationships. So my boyfriend says he walks on eggshells because he is afraid he will offend me no matter what he says. Okay, so what specifically is it that you potentially struggle with that? Or is it the effect that they've got, Kristen, there? So is it that your own, that you haven't got that self-belief and it's therefore affecting your relationships? Just put me a note in your in the comments there and let me know what specifically. So all these things that are coming up, so maybe being obsessed with being perfect, or that you don't feel that your voice is valid enough, or you feel you're oversensitive, just let me know in the comments which one particularly is resonating the most with you right now, and can you do any of these tips that I've said. So yeah, with the feeling fearful and anxious, I also want you to realise that no matter what you do, fear is going to be there. There will always be fear because, your mind is trying to keep you safe. So just bring it along for the ride. It's you, okay? So what is it with you, Kristen? So what is it with the things that I've said? What is it particularly that you find that it's showing itself as? This lack of self-belief, how is it manifesting in your life? So is it about the perfectionism? Is it that you think you lack that, contribution and things? Just let me know which specifically that I've said so far, and then I can help you with that. So with fear itself, I want you to use the fear to take you outside of your comfort zone, because it's trying to keep you there. It's trying to keep you in that comfort zone. So I want you to use it to motivate you rather than, and take you forward rather than it holding you back, because then it will start boosting your belief in your abilities as you go. Just small steps as well. What's the very first thing that you can do to take you to the place that you're fearful of? So if it is perhaps, applying for a new job or that promotion, what one thing can you do first? And do that. And use it to motivate you. Use the fear to motivate you. The other area that, one of the other traits is that you feel that you have to be a people pleaser. And that you've got to please others. And this one might be what Kristen's actually feeling right now. So that you feel that you have to keep trying to please them so that they like, love and respect you. And what actually happens is the more and more you people please, the more peed off and used that you will feel. So you need to set some personal boundaries. Learn how to say no to things. Your worth doesn't depend on others' approval. You know, people like and love you for who you are, not what you do for them. And set limits on others as well. So, you know, that feeling resentful and used stems from accepting things from your friends and family that you personally feel is unacceptable. So start placing limits on what you will and you won't do, and then the resentment will actually ease. Okay, so the other part there now, another tip, is visualize yourself as you want to be. So visualization, you know that I do a lot of visualization. We're going to go into a deep meditation with this in a minute. Is actually seeing yourself of the person that you're proud of in your own mind. So when we struggle with low self-confidence, we've got a poor perception of ourselves, and it's often inaccurate. So I want you to practice visualizing a fantastic version of yourself achieving your goals. You know, because what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Okay, so I want you to get comfortable now, because we're now going to... Oh, hi Sam, you've joined just at the right time now, because we're just going to go into this deep meditation to boost your self-belief. So I want you to get yourself really comfortable. And, you know, go back over and over with this one. Watch it over and over so that you can really embed these new beliefs in yourself. So I want you to just get yourself comfortable now. I want you to close your eyes. So close your eyes, and I want you to focus on your breathing. So you're going to we're doing the 3-4-5 method. So we're going to take it, breathe in to a count of 3, and then hold it for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again breathe in. 1, 2, 3, hold it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want you to relax. Really feel this relaxation running through your whole body. I want you to deepen this relaxation so much more now. Double the relaxation. And I want you to imagine that you're wearing a sign that tells the world that you're a unique and very special person. You're always wearing that sign like a badge. Wear it with pride. Every day you become more and more aware of your assets and your qualities inside of you. You place complete and utter trust in your own inner mind. You admire yourself. You like yourself. And you trust yourself. Others too find it easy to like you, respect you, admire you. Continue to breathe deeply and deepen your relaxation even more. You trust in your own judgment. Having that utter belief in yourself. You've got so much confidence to do what you want to do. Changes are happening within you. Changes for the better. Some you will be aware of now. Others you will not be aware of until sometime in the future, as you trust yourself more and more. Your unconscious mind will cause these ideas to be made available to you. Ideas for your benefit. Know and believe that whatever the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. Whatever you believe, you can achieve. You will achieve. Every day you are feeling more and more comfortable within yourself. Every day you love and respect yourself more. You believe in yourself and all of your abilities. Take a moment now to enjoy that feeling of liking yourself and being happy and content with the unique and special person that you are. Those special qualities are an integral part of your unique personality. Now, as you begin to return to the present, know you can be that person that you want to be. You now live for the moment, this moment. Now you are that person that you want to be. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to now. And just stretch, shake your shoulders, and I hope that you enjoyed that you found it deeply relaxing. And like I said, if you want to play it back over again and again to instill this self-belief in yourself. Have a great day, everyone. Kristen, I'll reply back to you after this. Bye for now.